Excuse me. Welcome, good evening, and we are International Guitar Night for the 26 years, and I'm not the first time. I don't know if some of you might see me 2 years ago and 4 years ago. Thank you for coming back. But I'm coming back this time with 3 new players, and they are all incredible. We have a fingerstyle guitarist, a fantastic player from Brazil, Lucas Imbiriba. Then we have for the first time joining us an ukulele player. Yeah, she's a beautiful and charismatic and super talented girl from Hawaii, Taimane. And then we have a very unique guitarist with a very special guitar that he created by himself from Russia and Germany, Alex Misko. And myself, I am Thule from Vietnam. I was born in Hanoi, but now I'm living in Bahrain, the Middle East. Yes, which is a little bit troublesome now. So these days, I'm not so well mentally because my family is there and I cannot do anything to help. But they are safe, and the government, they do great thing, to protect. So yes, let's talk about music. Normally my voice is better than this. Just today, we had a long day. I play classical guitar. So may I ask, are there many classical players here? I saw one arm. Good that I only know now, otherwise I would get too nervous to play. So you might recognize the piece. The first one I played, it's called Asturias. And I didn't play the whole piece because I want to show more music to you, and we have only limited time for each of us. So that was a little welcome and thanks. And I will play now for you 2 small pieces non-stop. Also very known for classical guitar repertoire, and as you might know or not know yet, classical music is known for its sophisticated character, very much in detail, refined, and also very high technical demanding. The next piece I'm playing called Recuerdo de la Alhambra, and then Tango and Sky, and they both, the first piece was from the Spanish repertoire, also by Francisco Tárrega, and the second one is by Roland Diens, a French composer. And these both are more like a modern classical style. So it just doesn't mean classical music is from 300 years ago. So I hope you have a wonderful evening and enjoy the show. Thank you so much. Next player, Lucas Imbiriba.
You say, ole!
Wow, this piece I just performed is my arrangement of the famous La Canción del Mariachi, which is the main theme of the movie Desperado with Antonio Banderas. And this version of mine, after I dropped it on YouTube, went viral, and that's probably why I'm performing for you tonight. And on my way to the beautiful Sun Valley, I was told that everybody and anybody who lives here is by default a great singer. Is that true? Can we try this hypothesis by singing a very simple song, a lullaby, something easy like the Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen? Can we try just the main theme? Is that okay? Are you up to that? Ready? You say, Mama, it just because tomorrow you're going on tour, okay? I don't say this to all of the audiences, but I gotta open my heart and tell you this. You are the best. Do you happen to know a gentleman called Yusuf Cat Stevens? Do you like his music? Yeah. I like it too. Yeah. But I'm not gonna play anything by him tonight. And the reason I'm talking about him is because he invited me to be his guitarist. So I said yes. And since 2023, I've been playing with him. And I think he invited me after he listened to my album Guitar on Fire, which is basically rock hits from 60s, 70s, 80s, arranged for solo guitar. And I believe that he chose me because of the next piece I'm gonna perform for you guys, which is my arrangement of the famous Sultans of Swing by Dire Straits, which, by the way, is the most difficult thing I can play on guitar. So please open up your heart and send some lights to me. By the way, if you go on YouTube and you check Yusuf Cat Stevens live at Glastonbury Festival, and you see next to him a very handsome guy with a fantastic hair. the beautiful, the talented, the Queen of Hawaii, Taimane.
Aloha! How are you guys doing? I'm cold. It's still, I know it's warm for you, but I'm cold still. But I'm very happy to be back here in beautiful Sun Valley. I actually was here at this beautiful theater right when it opened in 2019. So I'm so happy to be back with these incredible guitarists around me. My name is Taimane, and I play the ukulele. And I've been playing this instrument since I was 5. And I started playing on the streets of Waikiki, actually. I was busking at a very young age. And then I got picked up by a singer. You might have heard of him. His name is Don Ho. Yeah. He picked me up at the age of 13, put me in his show, and I was with him until his passing, and I learned so much from him. I call him Uncle Don. So the song I'm going to play for you is the one I used to play every night on his stage. I call it Led Zeppelin meets Beethoven. too asked if you guys were classical guitarists. How many of you are just guitarists, period? Okay. How many of you are ukulele players? All right. Okay, we got some ukulele players as well. I think both of you will find this interesting. So, okay, so this baby, I love her so much. Her name is Tiger Lily. I'll tell you why later. But this is a 5-string custom tenor size, which is the second biggest size of an ukulele or ukulele. Kamaka, and her name is Tiger Lily because she's got these tiger stripes. Ooh, right? Mm-hmm. So this is curly maple, and this is spruce. And most people want to know why I have 5 strings, which is kind of weird in the ukulele community. So most ukuleles sound like this, which is beautiful. But I enjoy playing flamenco, which is what I'm going to do for my next song, so much that I have 2 low Gs. So it's going to sound like this. She sounds so beautiful, doesn't she? She's been with me for like 9 years, which is a long time. But anyways, so I'm going to do a flamenco for you for this one, and then a little bit of Carmen by Bizet, a little classical for you, and then just shred just a little bit at the end. Here we go. At this time, we're going to bring out our last guitarist for the evening, all the way from Russia and Germany. Please give a round of applause to Alex Misko.
Hey everyone. It's nice to see you all here. Thanks so much for coming. My name is Alex, and this is my Frankenstein guitar. This guitar is only one in the world that can do a lot of crazy things that other guitars simply cannot. And everything starts with my tuning system. For so many years I was using techniques on my guitar like this. Then it got too boring and too easy, and that's why I installed these levers here. And with these levers, I can add another note, the third note, on top of these two notes that are happening here in the tuning pegs, like this. Super easy. And then that got too boring too quick as well. And that's when we developed this bridge. And at this bridge I can add another note, the fourth note, below all the things that are happening here, like this. And now it means that I don't have to fret anything here on my fretboard with my fingers anymore, because that would be too boring. Instead, I can use my tuning systems on both sides of my guitar to play 4 notes per string. Then I had another problem. For all these years I was also trying to imitate drums on my guitar. And I was hitting my guitar everywhere like this, and I was hitting strings and stretching here and there, here and there. But none of that sounded like a real drum. That's why we had to take extreme measures. That's why we developed Drum System 3000. With this tiny microphone here to turn my guitar to a real drum kit. But the most important part of this guitar is here. This is Scott. Scott is my guitar pillow creature with his beautiful black googly eyes and his glasses. Gives me emotional support when I play. But even my tuning systems, even my Drum System 3000 and even Scott, all of them, they're not enough to keep myself entertained. And that's when I use this concept in music, which is called prepared guitar. And prepared guitar simply means that I'm searching for different objects all over my house. I'm looking for spoons, for pieces of paper, for forks, for knives, credit cards, anything I can find. And then I take these objects and then I put them in between my strings like this. And then I try them out and I hope they're gonna sound good. Most of the time they don't. But once in a while, I find something that truly works. You guys know what is this? Just to remember what is this. Is that? It's not a CD, it's a Star Wars DVD. It's a Phantom Menace. And if you take the Star Wars DVD, and if you put it right here like this, it's gonna sound so much better now. It sounds like a marching snare drum to me. When I play this, I instantly have these pictures in my head about some spaceships and alien soldiers marching. And the story here is very simple. We have this brutal and relentless machine who wants to take over the whole galaxy and kill everyone in it. then we have the hero. He's the only one who's strong enough to fight against this machine. He's tiny and small, though you can still hear his voice through this industrial madness of the machine. And then they fight. And they collide, the hero and the machine. And we will see how it ends. This is Intergalactic March. Taimane, Ture, and Lucas Imbiriba. Okay, the band is back. We're all here now on stage, all the four of us. And it means we're gonna play a song for you all together. And then, we're gonna have an intermission. Maybe around 20 minutes. But we would be really, really happy to see you guys there, outside in the hall. We'll have a merch table there. And each artist has brought their own CDs and USB sticks with their music. And we would really appreciate your support. But most of all, it would be just nice to meet you guys there, to chat with you and to see your faces. Because it's really, really dark here. And then, we're going to continue with our second set.
Hello again, and welcome to the second part of the night. So in this part, we're gonna play for you all the duo collaboration. Can you imagine that? As you know, we are all so different, so yes. Some pleasant and some maybe a bit weird. So let's start with the nice one by the two girls.
lining up Mr. Alex Misko for our next collaboration. Over here. Okay, so we're gonna do a collaboration. Anyways, what was I talking about? Okay, so collaboration. This one actually is a Hawaiian chant because I wanted to share some of the aloha spirit with you guys for this next one. So you're gonna be hearing a Hawaiian chant called E Ala E, which means to rise and to awaken. It's a sunrise chant. So, E Ala E, rise. And then from there, we're going to go into an original song that I wrote called Jupiter. I'm very much inspired by the planets, so we're going to get a little cosmic for this one. I hope you enjoy. Here we go.
Whew. Guys, I can hear you. I started traveling all around the world since I was 17, and throughout all this time I get to visit a lot of countries. And one of my favorite countries, one of my favorite places to play in the world is Asia. For example, Japan, China, Singapore. And the audiences there, my shows, they are a bit different compared to Western or European audiences. Most of the people there at my shows, they're around 15. And the oldest ones are in their 30s, these are the parents of these kids. And these kids, they are not just some kids, they are the biggest guitar fans. It means that they can play really well, they know every guitarist in our community, they know our songs, and they come to every single show whenever we're playing their city. And after each show there's a long line to my table where I sit and sign CDs, and these kids, they bring their guitars along, so I could sign their guitars. And every time I take these guitars to sign, and I'm about to sign it, I see dozens of signatures of my friends who already played in that city before, other guitar players. That actually warms my heart because a lot of my guitar player friends tour at the same time in different parts of the world, and it's hard to see each other, but at least we can meet up once a year on somebody else's guitar signatures. And then there was this one kid once who brought his guitar so I could sign it. And of course I saw the signatures, and of course I recognized all of them but one. It was just one that wasn't quite clear to me who it belongs to. And so I asked the kid, who's the signature belongs to? I don't know that person. Who's he? Who's she? And he got so surprised. He looked at me like this. And then he told me that this is the best guitar player in the world he knows. And his name is Lucas Imbiriba! And then after the signing sessions, we jammed a song with these kids. And a lot of times they would want to jam this song with me. It's one of my older songs, and it seems very fun to play. It's called Rain and Thunderstorm, tonight with my dear friend Lucas. And we both need our hair for this one. Lucas Imbiriba, Alex Misko, ladies and gentlemen! Wow. Folks, would that be okay if all of us took a little trip to Spain for a little bit of Malagueña? You know the song Malagueña? So the thing is, I did an arrangement for YouTube, got 17 million views, and the thing is, it took me 3 months to prepare it. I put my heart and soul in this, and then I asked the next guitarist, would you like to play this piece with me? And the person said, of course. And then we met 2 days before the first show in Anchorage. And then I said, okay, so did you learn the piece? And the person said, dude, this is so easy, I just need 2 days. So with you, the genius, the talented, Tule!
Maestro.
Maestrina.
in the room. Okay, wow. So, I mentioned about some weird collaboration before. And talk about weird collaboration, I would like to bring back on stage Alex Misko. So normally, this guy doesn't look anything like me or anything that, you know,
Not today.
not today, because yesterday we went to shop together in a gothic fashion shop. Yeah. Can you recognize my shirt and my clothes? So yes, it's a good start, Alex. We're gonna play for you a song from my country, and this song I wrote based on the folk song, and it's about love. It's very charming, it's beautiful, and for those who already went to Vietnam, because in the break time I met some people mentioned to me that they've been to Vietnam. I'm sure you can relate somehow and bring back some memory. And for those who haven't been to Vietnam, I hope that maybe you can start to plan your trip. And I'm sure Alex will add a lot of peace and calm and love to this. This is called Qua cầu gió bay.
Touré. Now welcome back on stage our next duo, Taimane and Imbiriba.
Hi guys, how you doing? Okay? Sun Valley, okay? Alright, we've got one more duet. This will be the last duet of the evening, and then we're going to be doing our last song after this as a quartet. But for Lucas and I, we'll be doing a medley of our shared love of classic rock. So, I don't know, have you heard of this abstract band? I think they're called Pink Floyd?
How about this song, Another Brick in the Wall? Sing with us this one. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. Pop sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone.
bringing out the whole band for our last song. So one last round of applause for Alex, Misko, and Tule.
So the whole band is back. It means it's time for our last song for tonight. But before we play that song, we would like to sincerely thank our stage crew for tonight. It's Chip on sound, Samuel on light, Alison and Michelle backstage. Thank you all so much, guys, for making us feel at home.
Yes, I would like to thank the theater and all other staff and volunteer, and of course to all of you for being here with us today. Please, one more time, applause from Brazil, Lucas Imbiriba. From Hawaii, Taimane. From Russia and Germany, Alex Misko.
And all the way from Vietnam, Tule.
Hello, everyone. Randy here with Frankenstein's master, the creator of Frankenstein. Russian fingerstyle sensation, now living in Germany, Alexandr Misko.
Hey everyone. Hey Randy. So nice to see you again.
It is good. We were together 6 months ago in Montreal, and now here we are in Ketchum, Idaho.
Really happy to meet up again.
Are you enjoying the tour?
Yeah, it's been great. I've been on tour with IGN, International Guitar Night 2026, my first international guitar night, 36 concerts all over the US with 3 other amazing players.
Is this your first time in America?
Not the first one, but the real time now since I'm touring a lot, it feels like a proper time because
Right.
before that there was like shorter tours and shorter concerts here and there, but now I have like proper 2 months here with a lot of work to do.
How are you feeling about your new home in Germany? Do you feel like you're in exile there? If things changed, the war ended, would you go back to Russia? Or have you made the switch and now you're living outside the country and you're happy with that?
Well, I definitely don't feel like it's an exile because I have friends, I have people there that help me, companies that I work with, like Baton Rouge Guitars, for example. And I feel like home there because, well, I already have built my environment around it where I feel comfortable with. So
Yeah.
my friends and business and everything is everything works nicely.
Yeah.
But of course, I miss my home, and of course, I miss friends, and I miss my family who still
Right.
stay in Russia. So I think as soon as it's possible to get back safely, at least for like a couple of weeks, I would do it just to visit them.
Hopefully that's going to happen. This has been a crazy tour in terms of you're here in Ketchum, Idaho tonight. You're going to be in Logan, Utah tomorrow. It seems like you're in a different place every day, and yet I think your touring muscle is well tuned because you did this through something similar in Germany with another group of people. And one of the times we were talking in Montreal, you were talking about how young people in Asia would bring you their guitars to sign, and you would spot your friends on the guitar, their signatures, and it was a time when you could be close with your fingerstyle friends, because touring has got to be kind of lonely when you're touring alone. And so this has got to be, and I've heard you in the last few days talk about how it's going to end too soon, and it's been really special apparently with this group of 4.
Right, I'm actually really happy and privileged with this group, and before that I did Nacht der Gitarren, Night of Guitars tour. In Germany we had 27 concerts, the same idea, 4 players, just different players, and also playing the same kind of type of concert with solo sets and then duos and quartets, and of course a lot of things depend on how characters work around each other, how personalities work around each other. It's not only
Right.
about music, but also about soft skills, about how respectful you are, how friendly you are, how understanding you are.
Right.
And I'm just really happy that with this group, we're not just respectful as musicians, but we're also becoming good friends. We vibe nicely together, so we laugh at the same things. We have a lot of fun on stage, even though it's obviously the same set list night over night, but it's still fun, and I'm also very excited for you to see it finally tonight.
I'm super excited.
And and I feel like because of this Night of Guitars tour in Germany that I did a couple of times, and I learned a lot from, for example, Lula Reinhardt. It's one of the guys who did International Guitar Night and Night of Guitars tour many times, the gypsy jazz Latin
Yeah,
swing
I've
player.
been hearing about him.
Yeah, he's super cool, and I learned a lot of things from him in terms of how to be precise on tour, how to load in and do this like kind of everything that's not happening on stage, to do all of that on time. And I think all that stuff I'm trying to apply. I'm trying to take responsibility trying to take my part as much as
Yeah.
I can, and to contribute in everybody's well-being on tour. So to say,
Yeah.
being on time, being precise, helping out if I can. And
Was
things like
it
that.
was it like this? It was night after night, a different town and gig?
In Germany, it was something like this, but also it was much easier because the traveling distance is shorter most of the
I
time.
see.
But in America, actually, surprisingly, even though sometimes it feels like we have to do different shows every day in different places, and sometimes we do like 4 or 5 shows in a row, but it still doesn't feel as exhausting because as solo shows. Because I mean, the cool idea about this concept is that, okay, you play solo, but just for like 15 minutes,
Right.
and then you always take breaks as other people play their duos.
Yeah.
You're not on stage constantly. So it means
Right.
that you have a time to breathe, you have time to cool down, at least for like 5 minutes, which makes a big difference. And I gotta say that our tour managers and how Brian Gore built the whole tour, they take care of us. So
Yeah.
there's enough time for sleeping. Also, we don't drive, so it means that we can sleep in the car.
Yeah.
So that helps a lot too.
When we first met, you were toward the end of a wildly successful Canadian tour. That you were giving yourself a little more space there between gigs, or was it coming on that fast as well?
That is the same, and even harsher sometimes. Sometimes I had to do like double shows the same night, and that was tough. And
Okay.
but I wasn't quite tired or like exhausted. I was just a bit, I don't know. I felt like I wanted some free time. I wanted some hangs. I wanted
Yeah.
to spend more time with friends on the
Yeah.
road. I wanted to make more memories than just hotels and venues, because
Yeah.
live on tour is exciting. I'm happy to play every night, but when you do that 30 times in a row, everything kind of blends together, and it's hard to say which city you were before or what city is next, because most of the time it's just the only thing you see is hotels, your car,
Yeah.
and the venue.
Yeah.
And I wanted some more exciting things in between of all this.
Right.
And for that you need time.
Are you taking some time off after this tour?
Well, I wish. I think I'm. Yeah, I have like a month or something at home, more or less at home. Of course, I'm going to be traveling, but just within Germany to release my album. That's going to be out on 24th of April, and then instantly after the release, I'm going to Australia for the first time. Solo tour, around 30 shows, and then New Zealand, also around 30 shows. I'm gonna get back only like in the beginning of August, and then like I have 2 or 3 weeks at home, and then I start East Coast, West Coast American tour solo this time.
Do you have the same booker everywhere you go, or is it a different booker for New Zealand, Australia?
It's the same team that books me in America.
Callum had a really good tour through Australia.
Yeah, I've heard about it. Yeah, I have someone who does it for me, who did the Canadian tour that you were talking about. So I'm really excited about it. I'm sure it's gonna be great.
That was sold so well. It was incredible. I've never asked you, what were your early influences? You're a little young to have been super influenced. Pino Forastiere, Petteri Seriola, Thomas Lieb, Andy McKee, all these guys were influenced by Michael Hedges, but when Trevor Gordon Hall, not so much. You know, he was influenced by people that came after.
Right.
John Gomm, would you consider him someone that has influenced your style? He thinks that modern fingerstyle wouldn't exist but for the techniques that Hedges developed way back when. But you're like a couple generations down the line from that.
Well, I would say I feel like I'm the third generation in a row, because we have like Hedges generation, Wyndham Hill guys, and then we have middle generation, Andy McKee, John, Thomas, maybe even Mike to some extent, Mike Dawes, and then I have this third generation, which is I guess Marcin, myself. I don't know they're still in their 20s. Who I cannot name more names at this moment, but anyways, and my early generations is the simplest answer would be the whole Candy Red Records community, like older Candy Red Records, basically from 2006 to 2012, including Mike Dawes, early Lucas Trucanioli, and all the people that you mentioned who are, I believe, great composers. It's like this whole Italian group of people like Sergio Altamura, Pino Forastiere, Stefano Barone. Yeah. Then, Trevor Gordon Hall, Callum Graham, Thomas Lieb, who else?
You were observing all those people, there's some influence.
Don
from
Ross,
all of them.
and the thing is, I was not just observing; I was learning their music. I was just buying tablatures, and
including Don.
I learned like maybe I can still play some of his pieces. I think I'm the only one who learned so many pieces by Thomas, for example, because it was a funny story, because I used to buy so many tablatures by him back then, like maybe more than 10 years ago, and I was buying them from the email of my mom. And the email of my mom was something like Irina Misko. Her name is Irina, and it's a female name in Russian language. And probably Thomas knew about it, and at some point he just wrote that, hey, well, I see you're buying a lot of stuff, and there's not that many women in fingerstyle community, and I would want to support you, so let me know if I can help. And I'm like, it was just little me there behind that email, but it was just funny because I think I know his music really well, and I put it through my brain, through my fingers, including music of everybody else who I mentioned. Wasn't really playing that much of Hedges though. I think I tried a couple of songs, but I never really liked it that much. Also, Preston Reed. Preston Reed is one of my biggest influences.
Right.
I would say John, Preston, and maybe Adrian Legg as well. So there's like a lot of people I picked up. You can see that in my music everywhere. As soon as I play overhead, over the neck, that's Preston Reed. As soon as I do tuning stuff, it's
Preston got a lot from Mike too. Michael Hedges, but he stayed with us in Mendocino for 3 nights. Preston did once.
Yeah. As soon as I do tunings, it's Manring, Adrian Legg, and John Gomm all combined. As soon as I do all the drums, it could be like, I don't know, Don Ross, Andy McKee, Mike Dawes, and it's like that's the thing, when you put so many things together, and then again you evolve all these things into something that nobody has ever done before. It's hard to trace all these influences. When I say that my biggest first influence was Don Ross, there's not that much in my music that you can hear from Don, but he's like, but he's the biggest. He's like, I know all of his music.
Until boot camp last summer, I did not know Don's music that well, but what's the Vampire?
That Dracula and Friends.
Dracula and Friends. Oh my God! What a great tune.
Song. Yeah. Very riffy.
Yeah, and then he said, he goes, I played it too fast on the record. He goes, and then I heard Antoine do it, and Antoine does this nasty, slowed down version of it. Yeah. See, exactly. When we first met, you indicated that not that many people, when I say Randy Lucci, know who that is, but you did right away. And were you watching some of those people on my YouTube site early on?
Yeah, I think I was well.
Preston, probably.
Preston, and I think you had some of those old recordings of Degrassi and Ackerman.
Yeah.
I think there was something of that.
Yeah,
So probably when
definitely.
I was doing my research, because
Yeah.
a lot of times I just wanted to see how those people played those tunes.
Right.
Like William Ackerman, for example, his like earlier music, like Any Song and all that beautiful stuff.
Right.
I would want to see how it's played. Also,
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of Hedges and Mannering stuff as well.
Right.
On your channel, including the newer concerts that you were recording at Musicarium and all these places.
Yeah.
And just
Cool.
nice to see friends doing their
That
thing.
is
You
so
know, just
great.
like I feel like I'm closer to them when I check these videos.
Do you follow a particular diet? Are you? Because we ate together in Montreal, and you weren't like vegetarian or.
Yeah,
I mean, do you protein?
I do a lot of
concentrate?
protein. I do a lot of protein because I will have to keep my gains going.
Yeah.
But on tour, it's a bit hard to be like super clean with the diet, because to find good restaurants sometimes in the middle of nowhere, or when you drive and you just have some fast food around. But I'm trying to be not too heavy on burgers and oily things like potato chips and things like that. And my protein bags are always with me, so I'm trying to keep my protein levels high. And on this tour, we're really lucky to have almost all the hotels on tour. We have gyms, so after each show I can go to gym, or even before the show. So I'm trying to do it every day.
Are you drinking a whole bottle of water on stage?
Not anymore. Not for this tour.
Just one last question. Is there a difference between audiences in America and, say, that German tour? Mm-hmm. Or, I was going to name my website Music Saves World. Instead, I went with Hardly Strictly Fingerstyle. But I really believe that music is a universal language that can really make people happy and bring people together. How do you feel about that?
I totally agree on that, especially when it comes to instrumental music, because it doesn't matter whether it's fingerstyle or piano or whatever. We don't, most of the time we don't sing, and we tell stories through our music, or we tell story beforehand and then let people imagine this whole story, visualize the whole story when we play the music. And this is something so universal. We all have imagination. We all have maybe similar concepts of beauty or of excitement, of dynamics, and that's what I think what beautiful about instrumental music is, that we can just inspire people and just look like this time on this tour. Tule is from Vietnam, Lucas is from Brazil, Taimane is from Hawaii, well, she's American but Hawaiian. I'm from Russia, Germany, whatever now, I don't even know where I come from. And we all still blend together, we still work together. There is friendship and unity through music, and because by the end of the time we're all really the same on the inside. We're all just regular people who want to live in peace and be kind and loving to each other.
The shows look like they've been selling really well.
That as well. It's like people have been enjoying that. And you also asked like what's the difference between the audience, if I feel any difference regarding like American audiences or German audiences. I would say, yeah, people are just excited everywhere, and I'm happy about it. It means that what we do, or what I do in particular, is accessible and convincing and enjoyable and inspiring, which is like really my goal. And but on top of that, it's nice, especially here in America, after the shows, there's always somebody, almost after each shows, telling me that, hey, that reminds me of Michael Hedges, what you were doing. Like I felt the same thing as I saw Hedges like 30 years ago.
Sweet.
And I see that you will do.
I like to hear
same
that.
thing. Yeah, and I'm like, this is like probably the best compliment. Because
Are you doing merch table after?
we do merch, yeah. We do
Okay.
CDs and USB sticks, and we're all gonna. And that's why we chat with people in between the show. We have the intermission, and then we have a bit more time at the end where we keep selling stuff and keep talking with people, and that feels like a very important compliment for me to hear, because I feel like Hedges is not just a guitarist, right? He's an artist. He's so much bigger than that, and that's what I'm trying to be, a bit bigger than just a guitar player.
Yeah.
And if people feel something similar, like hey, somebody comes on stage who does something completely new that nobody has heard or seen before, and does it as again an inspiring or convincing way, then that's probably the goal.
Sweet. Do people in Germany, of course, people in Germany know Marshall Mathers?
Oh, yeah, they do. Or at least they heard the riff.
That's great. Alex, thanks so much for sitting down with me. I'm super excited to hear tonight, and I'm glad to see you, and I'm hoping that this tonight won't be the last time we get together.
Absolutely, Randy.
Thanks,
Such a pleasure. Thank
Yeah.
you for being here with us.
Thanks. All right.
Nice.
Who's
That was
next?
good.
Yeah, I just wanted you to, if you wouldn't mind,
Yeah.
showing me Frankie and
yeah,
explaining a little bit about
yeah,
what
sure.
you've got going on there.
Sure, let's do this. I'm probably not going to be able to play much, but... Oops, right. That's a prepared tuner guitar. Just, I'm just gonna... Okay.
So just tell me a little bit about how you developed it, what's going on with all the percussion stuff, and
Okay, so this is my Frankenstein guitar. It's by Baton Rouge Guitars, the German brand, not Louisiana brand. And we developed this guitar together, so basically I brought the ideas to the company and they were kind enough to, well, help me make it come true. And then a lot of things happened afterwards, after we already built the first prototype. A lot of things I had to kind of install by myself and try them out and see if they would work. So basically there are three important things that make this guitar special. Well, starting from the first thing that you see instantly is fan frets. It means that the frets are not, well, diagonal, they are go like this, like a fan. That's all. It's called multi-scale. Looks super fancy, instantly catches an eye, but the idea is simple. The bass gets longer, the top strings are shorter, but because of this longer bass, we have the longer scale length compared to a normal guitar. It means that when I play the super low notes, they sound a bit more in tune. They sound a bit more stable because the length of the whole neck is longer, almost like a bass guitar or like baritone guitars, half baritone. And then we have the tuning systems. That would make it super unique. So we have banjo tuners here. When I can change tunings between two notes. Then I can add another note here with my Taimane string drops. It's this levers that press the string here. So it means I can play three notes now. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then on top of that I have this bridge that was inspired by Michael Mannering's Hyperbass, where I can control, when I can play the lower note here with these levers. And of course I have the individual control over every string. And now it means I have 4 notes per string. Something like this. So this is the tuning system. It takes quite some time to keep it in tune, but when it works, it's magic.
Yeah.
Then we have the drum system, because obviously, well, I can drum all over this guitar, that's the reason why there's so much glue here. There's the cracks here because of the kick drum. But aside from doing normal fingerstyle drums, when you just use the wood of the guitar and the strings, and the snare drums or anything, or like scratching for like some, that's Thomas Leap's song.
There you go. Desert Pirate.
Yeah, Desert Pirate, yeah. At some point I felt like I exhausted all the possibilities of wooden drums because everything sounds the same. And that's what I had to do. So these are the percussive add-ons by the company called Schlagwerk, the German company that does all sorts of percussion, like cajons and things like that. So this one is my hi-hat. It's called Sam Jam, and when I hit it, it sounds like this. There are metal strings inside. So it sounds very metallic, almost like strings hit here, but higher. So to me it sounds more like a real cymbal.
Yeah.
Then we have the snare here. It's literally glued to the side of my guitar.
Yeah.
And it has metal strings inside, the real snare strings that you see on the real drum. That's why it has this nice rattle to them. Make it sound much more real as a snare compared to this one, or whatever other snare you have on the guitar. This one sounds much more realistic. Kick drum stays the same as in fingerstyle, just a wrist kick drum. These are just little tiny cymbals just to alternate, just to have some other different texture here. The idea was that it should sound a bit more like open hi-hat, like psh, but there is no sustain, of course. So the sustain is still very short, but it's another little texture to use. And altogether, we can have
nice.
So that's That's the thing that I can use now is my real drum kit, combining it with my guitar stuff here. Ah, I cannot play it. Something like that.
And
whatever.
isn't there even some emotional support aspect to your
Emotional
guitar
support,
when you're
yeah,
on stage that helps you with stage fright and stuff?
Right, there's a Scott here, that's my guitar pillow creature, also inspired by John Gum and Preston Reed. They used something similar in their playing, but I went a bit further. I put the little googly eyes here and the little glasses here. It's such a cute little animal. And the third thing about this guitar is my pickup system. There are 7 signals coming out of here with the
Wow.
Ethernet cable. So just one cable that carries 6 signals at the same time, so I don't need to have 6 jacks.
Yeah.
But if I would have to, I can still use this hole.
They're there.
They're backups.
Yeah.
And this one is my microphone that's here outside, just to pick up my drums a bit better.
Yeah.
And it was added later, and that's why it's kind of has to be taped every time before
Yeah.
the show. For the new guitar that we're gonna build, like new Frankenstein 2.0, everything should be, of course, done nicely and clean, and everything should be inside.
When will that happen?
We already started working on it. Probably it's gonna take the whole year,
Yeah.
but I'm excited excited about the guitar that has all these ideas from the very beginning.
I'm
That's
glad that Frankie's lasted as long as he has,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
you do actually beat the out of it. So
He still has to go through this year, so I gotta be really
That's
careful
great.
with Frankie.
we better bring the rest out. Alex, thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks so much, Randy.
Okay.
Pleasure.
Hello, everyone. It's Randy here with Hawaiian ukulele sensation Taimane. Is that
Hello,
correct?
aloha.
Yeah. What initially drew you to the ukulele?
Well, I found it at the age of 5. I'm born and raised on the island of Oahu, Hawaii, so it was very common to have an ukulele in the house, kind of like everyone has a guitar in the house. In Hawaii, everyone has an ukulele in the house.
Right.
And so that was the reason why I was introduced to the ukulele at such a young age.
You picked up on it pretty quickly.
You know, my first love, I feel most comfortable on stage. Even before I had the ukulele in my hands, I loved performing. And so when my dad gave me my first ukulele, I performed in front of the mirror, pretending to be a rock star. And so, yeah, it just, I think it comes to me through ear. Musically, I learn everything by ear.
Tu was saying that what grabbed her and got her inspired was the having the applause from an audience, and once that happened, it was over for her. She was ready to pursue that. But is it true that at 7 you're on stage with Don Ho?
I started with Uncle Don at the age of 13.
Okay.
But I was busking on the streets, which is how he found me at the age of 7.
Okay.
But he found me when I was 13.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And so did you do that for a while?
Well, I was busking at 7. We actually moved to New Zealand for a little bit, which, ukulele actually came in handy for me to make friends at that age. And then we moved back to Hawaii because we missed it. And so I started busking on the streets again. We found some local bratas who wanted to jam. And so it became this, every Aloha Friday, we would play in front of this hotel. And so one of the singers from Uncle Don's show saw me there and invited me to play for Uncle Don as kind of like the interview. And so from there, he started having me in his show in Waikiki every night. And that's kind of where it all started for me as a professional musician.
For years or?
I was with him for 5 years, so 13 to 18, and then he passed. Yeah.
And what happened with your career at that point?
Well, Uncle Don kind of introduced me to the Waikiki industry, which is luau shows. So I started playing in luau shows, corporate shows, and then at that time, ukuleles started exploding all over the world. And so ukulele festivals started popping up, and so I started getting invited to be playing all over the world for these festivals. But I kind of slowly built my career from Uncle Don, played in luau's, played in corporate, started touring, and it's just kind of...
And you developed your own style? I mean, tonight we'll hear how that
Yeah.
it's very active. I think that you're known for blending Hawaiian, classical, flamenco, and even rock, it says here.
I'm thankful to have many ukulele teachers in Hawaii. We have a lot, which I'm thankful for, that taught many different styles. Hawaiian traditional, But, one of my big teachers, of course, is Jake Shimabukuro, who was taking ukulele and putting classical music on it, and jazz and flamenco. So I learned a lot from him and his younger brother, who also teaches. And then from, I think, around 18 to 20, I decided, you know what, I think I'm ready to create my own music and, create my own style from there.
And you did. Did you study, or was this all self-taught?
I learned by ear. I tried so many times learning how to, read sheet music, but I could never get the rhythm down. So I know how to do tabs. I know how to do everything by ear. But I guess I kind of just figured out my own way of learning.
Yeah.
How to play.
Yeah. That's great. And so was social media part of a breakthrough that got you into playing professionally, or?
No, actually, YouTube was helpful with some tutorials, but I kind of found my artistic voice because I was just doing the Waikiki circuit, wipe out every night. And I found this place in Oahu, which was more of the bohemian Chinatown arts district. And that was a place where I really found no covers were allowed, only original music. It was all about collaborating with dancers and poets. And so that place really honed in my artistic voice. And that's kind of where I started creating my own music and my own sound. And I think just learning, touring all over the world, each audience kind of wants something different, which I appreciate. America, we enjoy covers, what we know. But in in Europe, they really want to hear who you are artistically. And so as the years I've gotten older, I've learned how to be flexible with the type of music that people are looking for.
Have you done a tour like this before? Have you ever done IGN before?
No, this is my first international guitar night tour. It's the longest tour I've ever done, 2 months. And I have learned so much with, I consider these to be some of the best guitarists in the world. So just being around them, learning, picking their brains, seeing their technique, I've learned so much. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems like you guys have become really close.
Well, it's kind of nice that we're actually kind of in the same age range too.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that has something to do with it, but the type of music that we're playing, also flamenco, classical, most of us play that besides Alex. Alex, of course, does too, but me too and Lucas really have a affinity for that. So it just naturally comes together really well.
Do the three of you come out and play flamenco together? Or is it a surprise for tonight?
It's a surprise
for
tonight.
All right.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Any particular moments that stand out from this tour?
Sure. I think personally, it was a really wonderful way to start the tour by seeing the Northern Lights in Alaska. It was for all of our first times, a couple of our bucket lists. So that really just started the tour in such a wonderful, magical way. And besides that, honestly, I look at this as like a boot camp. It's a grind. It's 36 shows within 2 months, but I know that, and the amount of education and experience I'm getting right now is going to forever help me for the rest of my career.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It can't be easy. You're playing 4.5 hours away from here tomorrow night in Logan, and I was talking with my partner. We were trying to figure out I was saying that they're probably flying because usually it would be a lot of snow between here and Salt Lake City, but no, you're on a bus and we've got 5 shows in a row. Driving tomorrow 5 hours, going straight to the venue, and then the next 2 days we're driving or flying. Starting at catching a flight at 7 a.m. and then going straight again to the tour. So it's definitely a grind. Making sure I'm taking care of myself, right.
And really just honing in and trying to survive, but also absorb as much magical education that I can from this.
Do you follow a particular diet regimen? Vegetarian?
Sure.
Pescatarian?
I don't eat breakfast. I just do a matcha latte in the morning. I wait till lunch. I try to be as healthy as possible. And if we're not actually playing and we're just sitting in the car, I usually just eat once because I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting there. I am a hot yoga person, so I try and do yoga on the road, which helps stretch out the body, get it sweating. But to be honest with you, all of us are actually very healthy on this tour, which is really nice. We all need our protein, health, and workout.
Right.
So we're all on the same
That's
page.
a good thing. Have you talked about collaborating in recording at all with any of these?
Well, we're such little youngy persons that we're all about like Instagram reel or TikTok reel. So we're, coming together to do those types of things. Yeah. So.
It says here, do you have a dream collaboration you haven't done yet? I mean, you collaborated with Don Ho when you're young.
I mean, the people that I looked up to when I was playing was Santana and Jimmy Page. So those two would be like a dream come true to be able to play with both of us.
Carlos is from the Bay Area where I come from.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think that's it. Thanks so much.
You're
I'm
welcome.
looking forward to hearing you tonight.
Thank you.
And thanks for doing this interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will shake your hand.
Hello, everyone. Randy here with classical guitar master Tu Le from Vietnam, touring with the International Guitar Festival. Thank you for sitting down with me.
Hey, hi,
It's
Randy.
wonderful
Pleasure.
to meet you.
Pleasure to
Yeah.
meet you.
Are you enjoying the tour?
Oh, very much.
It-
Yes.
It sure looks like it from what I've been seeing on social media. There was some playing in the snow and
Yeah, we have fun. Of course, we have very intensive schedule. But,
Yes.
we try to make any chance possible to do a little bit of sightseeing and a little bit of video with a beautiful landscape.
yeah.
Yeah.
And is this your first time in America? No, you've been here
No,
many
I've been
times.
here many times. And
Yeah.
so for this tour, I've done, this is the third time. This international
The
guitar
third
night.
time?
The third time.
For International Guitar Night?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah. And
Like I've been, for example, in this kind of tour, you meet and you play with other guitarists, and for me, it's very interesting to see them and also learn a little bit from here and there. But the truth was, from many years ago, when I graduated the conservatory, after graduated the conservatory, I also played in a band, and with like a elder guitarist. So, in a band, we play around for party, for function, hotels, whatever, make money.
cover music.
Yeah, and we play cover music, we play Latin music and pop, rock, all style, and a little bit of jazz. So I wouldn't say I'm a fingerstyle or jazz guitarist, but yeah, I like to just step in everywhere a little bit. And for me, good quality music is good music. Doesn't matter what genres, but I am a classical guitarist. That's what I study my whole life for, and that's still my biggest love. In my case, yes, because music takes most of the time in my life, and everything I do is to do with music, performing or teaching or meeting you like this, talking about music and about my career. So yes, I don't know if I wouldn't be a musician, if I would think differently, if I'm just be a listener, but in my case, it is a big part of my life.
Is there support for the arts in Vietnam today?
I can say that I'm very lucky that we had a conservatory in Vietnam. It was still a developing country, but we have a conservatory for over 70 years now, like teaching Western classical music, which is very unusual for Southeast Asia. So we are the first country in Southeast Asia that have conservatory for Western music. So since I was young, I already feel this privilege being in Vietnam and can study in a conservatory. And then later on, we have a lot of guitar club and many associations that want live music or support young guitarists, and competitions, for example, national competitions for young talents. And I think that is the very beautiful and important thing, to help the young people to learn, and they have a motivation, they have a little bit of pressure too, but they have an aim and they know where they're going, not just playing for fun. No.
What inspired you early on to head to guitar?
My father, who was actually a painter, that was his main job, was painting, but he was my first teacher because he also played guitar, and I would say professionally because he also performing and teaching. So since I was a kid, not that I remember, but he told me that since I was a baby, every time when I cry, he would take the guitar and play for me, and I would stop crying. And as soon as I turned 3, he already bought me a tiny guitar just to let me to play with it, like just play, to get used to it, make friends with it. And then when I was 4, I started to learn seriously with him.
At 4?
Yes.
And at what point in your life did you know that it's something that you wanted to pursue potentially for a career?
My first performance was when I was 5 years old, which is not a solo performance, but I performed with my father and some of his friends. So, we have a Hanoi guitar club, so that was where I performed. And I still remember, more or less, I got a lot of applause, and people liked so much that on the second set, everybody else play differently, but they want me to play again, the same song, because that's the only 2 songs I prepare. So I get a lot of applause, and at the end of the concert, I got to eat pho. You know pho?
Yes.
It's a famous
Yes.
Vietnamese food. So for me, that is, wow, if I perform, if this is what I get, I want to perform all the time. So since then, 5 years old, I want to do this job, and I dreamed that I could do this my whole life.
So the feedback was
the
intoxicating.
The feedback was great, and especially if you can get special food. When I was 5 in Hanoi, in the 80s, we struggled with food even. So yes, that was a delight, and I decided that I want to do this because it's a good life. And so at 7 years old, I passed the exam to enter the conservatory in Vietnam. And I studied there for 15 years.
So did that cover all disciplines of your learning? Were you just at the conservatory, or was there a school and then you also went to conservatory?
Yeah, that was a bit complicated because I still went to the normal school like any other kid. And also at the same time, I did the conservatory. So I had a busy schedule since 7 years old, always double. Morning one school and afternoon one school. And school at the time was just like half day. If you go to school from 7 a.m., you finish at lunchtime. So afternoon I have time for conservatory. Yeah. And I did this for 15 years.
Wow. And then started your professional career.
No, it's still a long way more to go. So after I graduated, let's say the bachelor degree in Vietnam, because at the time there was no master degree yet, I was thinking, what do I do being a guitarist? Okay, we can perform around Hanoi, but it's not really enough to make the living. So my parents was a little bit concerned, and they wanted me to study another university. So I still study high school as other children. So I passed the foreign language university, which is not English, but Japanese. So I studied there 4 years, thinking that this is my life, because guitar is my passion, but it's not gonna make a living out of it. So I studied that, but then just when I graduated the foreign language university, I got offered to play in so many hotels, 5-star hotels, a restaurant, and a lot of events, private events in Hanoi. I had 12 shows every week for more than 10 years. So I was into it.
You're able to make a living off of that.
Oh, make a good living.
Yeah.
Yes. And I still can play music, and I play with different musicians, different group. Of course, not so much in classical, but more like pop, rock, always with the acoustic guitar, nylon string, but Latin American music, cover of Gypsy King, for example. So I was into it very much. And then one day I got married. and my husband had to move to another country. I got married, I had children, I still do the same job, playing in hotels and all. Sometimes I play a bit of classical just to not to lose my hand for classical music. And then we moved to India. And in India, I suddenly lost everything, my job, my playing in hotel, and I was just staying at home for my husband's job. And then one day I've heard about international classical guitar competition in India, just in the next city, in Calcutta. I was living in Delhi. So I thought, okay, it sounds good, it's just the next city, it doesn't take me much. I had 2 months to put a program together and to do the competition. So I did that, and I won the prize. I was in the final, and I got a special prize for the best guitarist from Asia. So I thought that, okay, I still got it. I didn't really lose it. And I realized how much it felt to play classical guitar. When I play other style with the band or pop rock, I feel good. I feel happy, I feel. But when I play classical music, I feel deep, and I feel this is what I really love. So I decided to get back, practice harder, and I did more competitions for about 5 or 6 years. I won a few, and I was always a little bit older, for competitors, so I could do only the no age limit competitions. And but I didn't care. I had small babies. I had 2 kids at that time. Daytime I take care of them and teaching, and nighttime until about 2:00 a.m. I practiced and I did competitions. And I would say that was a period that I really worked hard and suffering a lot. But with the support of my family, I did it, and that was a good decision for me, and opened a new door for my career.
Great.
And
was your husband supportive?
Oh, very much.
And your kids?
Very much, yes.
How old are they now?
Now they are 21 and 18.
So they're sort of on their own now.
Yes.
So when you do something like this, it's your husband's missing you, but your kids are doing their own thing.
Yeah, my younger girl is still at home. She will do university this coming year.
Is this Hanoi or India?
No,
Where
we are now living in Bahrain.
Okay.
In the Middle East, yeah.
All right.
So as I told you, I left Hanoi when after I got 2 kids.
Right, you went to India.
I left India, and after India, 5 years, we went to Saudi Arabia, 2 years in Saudi, and now we've been already 10 years in Bahrain.
Is there trouble in Bahrain because of the war?
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
It's not easy, but my family, they are well informed. They are well taken care by the government. I must say that.
Yeah. Good.
It is a good choice to be in Bahrain. I love the country, and I still can say it's one of the safest country in the world.
That's great.
Yeah.
Tu, thanks for sitting with me. I'm super excited to hear you tonight.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for sitting down
Thank
with me.
you.
Yeah.
It was fun. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Randy here with Brazilian guitar master Lucas Imbiriba, on tour with International Guitar Night.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
I've been hearing a little bit of stuff on social media. Brian puts out some stuff, but I'm super excited to hear you tonight.
Oh, cool.
That point, who were your early influences with your
the guitaristic, right? I mean, even before I had the chance to grab a guitar, I come from a very musical family. So my mother played the piano, my brother had a rock band, and I used to listen to tons of different musical genres. So I grew up listening to rock and roll, to metal music. But when time came and I started playing the guitar at the conservatory, my biggest influence was definitely Paco de Lucia. And later on, Adi Meola and John McLaughlin, because of the Friday Night in San Francisco.
Yeah,
this blew my mind.
Nice. I met a woman named Baji Assad once. Have you ever met Baji?
Yes,
Do you know the brothers?
Actually, I grew up also listening to the duo Assad brothers, And the thing is, for us Brazilians in the classical guitar community, they are definitely the most important and most famous, and they probably have the most meaningful guitar work for us, because they used to take Villa Lobos and Egberto Gismonti, and they made these wonderful things they did. And Badia Sad, I had the chance to meet her and watch her concert in Barcelona while I was living there during 2002 till 2006. It was in one of those years. It was tremendous. I mean, she plays well, she sings well, she dances and everything. So it was great.
Yeah, she was a teacher at Alex Degrassi's guitar camp in Mendocino when I got there, and I was shooting the camp. Cool. She was a delight.
Yeah, she's a personality.
Yeah. The Assad brothers, I guess, are on they're calling it their final tour.
Yeah.
They just played someplace similar to where you played. I don't know if they were actually at Argyros Theater, but.
No. We were actually a couple weeks back in Tucson, Arizona, and then we played the day before at the Fox Theater, and then the day after we got to squeeze in the show and we saw them.
Oh, so really?
Yes, we got to see them and take photos and talk to them.
Oh, great.
Tule and I, and Alex and our driver, Norm Munoz.
Oh, that's great.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
David Russell was also there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was
sweet.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear that.
Yes, I think that music is one of the most powerful tools we can use to bring people together. Instrumental music is a language that goes through all boundaries, and we are able to recognize that wherever you were born, you can feel the same thing as I do, and that's why we are all the same people. Although we are divided by countries, language, culture, but we are the same thing. We are humans, and I think that it's really one of the most powerful things we can have.
And do you feel that from audiences, where an audience here feels the same as Alaska, feels the same
or
as
China,
Germany,
or Russia, or Germany? I think they do. They do. Yeah.
They get excited by
they
what
get
they're
excited,
hearing.
and what they see and they hear moves them deeply. So,
what about this group of people that you're playing with? Alex, when I first met him, he was touring with young Forrest Bailey, who's another great fingerstyle guitar player, and it was just the two of them.
Okay.
He's a real people person, and he's been indicating that he is not looking forward to the end of this tour, that he's really been enjoying it.
Yeah.
But you've done IGN a few times.
No, this is my first time.
It is your first time?
Matter of fact, this is my first tour in the U.S.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was invited a few times before to come to the U.S., but we never were able to set up a proper tour. And this time, with Brian Gore, we were able to do this, and traveling with these guys is just a blast. We have so much fun. You're going to see during the show. We have so much fun.
I like the video in the snow.
Yes. Exactly. We do a lot of crazy stuff, and we are having a good time together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you look forward to touring in the future with groups of people. I mean,
yes.
Alex has kind of made it a deal. He had another guitar thing that he was doing in Germany before this. With multiple people.
I mean, matter of fact, this last tour Alex did in Germany, I was invited, but I could not go because I have some commitments in Brazil. I'm a professor at the university there.
Oh, wow.
So at the time I could not go, and I had to talk to them and convince them that I could go. I asked them to allow me to go to one of the tours, and then it was decided I should come to this one. So Alex got the parts there, and he told me it was amazing. So I mean, it's always great to travel with people.
This has been incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have been selling some big places out.
Yeah. I'm also surprised. I mean, we played in Fox Theater, is huge. We played also in a huge place in Olympia, Washington State, and it's been really something we're not used to.
I mean, I've been worried for fingerstyle for some time, It seems like audiences more and more are.
I think it has also to do with the work Brian Gore has been doing, because some people, they don't even know us, and they come to the show because of the name International Guitar Night.
Certainly, that's the case in this valley.
just come because it is Aegean, you know.
Yeah.
So we are lucky to get this train going up in a hill, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
Brian's
phenomenal.
done an amazing thing with
I
this.
think so. Yes.
Yeah, it's great. How has social media affected your professional life?
Well, if you think that I used to live in Europe, I lived in Barcelona for 5 years, later on in Munich, Germany for 7 years, and then I decided to move back to Brazil. And I come from a region in Brazil that is kind of isolated to the most economical developed part of Brazil, Rio, São Paulo, the south of Brazil. I come from the Amazon rainforest, the city called Belém. And people thought, okay, now that you live here, it's going to be really hard for you to make connections and to start touring again. And actually what happened through social media is that I started releasing some videos performing Malagueña, classic rock stuff like Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin, Sultans of Swing, Bohemian Rhapsody, and they all went viral. And the thing is, I got not only to be invited to perform solo tours in Europe and China, now in the United States with Aegean, but also Yusuf Cat Stevens invited me to be his guitarist. So I played for Yusuf Cat Stevens. We played in 2023 at the Glastonbury Festival for over 200,000 people. And we toured in Europe, and last summer we played at Hyde Park, the festival, for 60,000 plus people, you know. So it's been all due to social media. Otherwise they would never
He's
know.
quite a guy. I used to play his music when I was young.
Yeah.
Do you sing at all?
I sing, yes, I do.
Will you sing tonight?
I'm going to sing just a little bit of Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay.
So just so the people can get connected with us a little more.
Yeah.
And I'm going to sing a little part of Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd.
Nice.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
I asked
Sure.
Alex, did you sing? He's like, I can't sing. They say that about Bob Dylan and Neil Young, you know. You can sing, if you can talk, you can sing. So
Exactly.
give
I
it a
think so.
try,
I think so.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
you know.
Alex, maybe he says he can't sing, but I know he can rap really well.
He can rap really well.
Yeah.
I asked him if people in Germany knew Marshall Mathers, Eminem, and he goes, "Oh yeah!" As soon as they hear the riff. You know.
Yeah.
Lucas, thanks for sitting with me.
Thank you so much, man. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to hearing you. Yeah. Where's Mr. Alex?
Mr. Alex.
Okay.
I thought we were jamming.
Yeah, both is good. Yeah, a picture together is great.
All right, so like this.
Can you jump in for one, please?
But let's get that.
Okay.
Let's see harder.
Ha.
This is ha.
Okay.
Nice. Are you guys having fun on this tour together?
Yeah.
Can we move you guys this way?
Yeah, like we have a proper.
Same position.
Yeah, and Marilyn in the background.
Question.
Okay, I'm gonna.